I don't think so. So whatever the Democrats accuse Trump of doing is what they've already done. And Trump isn't doing it.
And he is, he grew up as a very rich kid. I think he was a spoiled brat, and he thinks he can do anything.
See that? If you're rich, you're evil. You see? Class warfare. It's a pediment of Bolshevik belief. For instance, lefty governments always want to pervert truth. So Robin Hood, who was Sir Robin of Locksley, who was rich, was alleged to have stolen from the rich and gave to the poor. That's never what happened. Robin waylaid tax-collecting villeins from medieval Europe who would go to wealthier people's homes and middle-class homes and abscond with anything they chose to take without any sense or semblance of justice prudence. It wasn't long after that that the Magna Carta had to be signed because laws had to be written down and standardized. So, but Bernie and most liberals would tell you Robin was a big fan of class warfare. Had nothing to do with it. And by the way, taxation is usually visited upon the wealthier people heavier. And just like in those days, Villain, tax collector of the village from the Norman, would just go to your property and indiscriminately decide what they were going to take in the name of taxation. Robin would wait, and as they scurried back to their castles with the booty stolen from the hard-working people, he would steal it back, and then he would give it to the victims. So Robin never stole from the rich and gave to the poor. He stole from the government rats who stole from the hard-working people and gave back what was unjustly taken from them. Now, Bernie, as a communist, would never understand that.
That he wants to do. And it is, other people work hard, they tell the truth, they pay their taxes.
Like you did. Never had a job till you were 42 years old? Bernie? How'd you become a millionaire? Bernie? In your $8 million mansion? But Bernie worked hard. How many of you people didn't have a job till you were 42 years old?
President of the United States, you're running, we've had the debates. In 2016, 4 years ago, you were the progressive. Now, a lot of people have picked up your banner and are running with a lot of your original ideas. Do you ever want to turn to somebody and say, hey, I put my name on that yogurt. You can't take that.
Well, I've had about enough of this. I'm sure you guys have too. But know the truth and it'll set you free. We are at a crossroads in America. If I declared myself as a presidential candidate as a Nazi, that would less offend the American founders than this creep who came here from Eastern Europe not long ago. His family came here from Eastern Europe, having promulgated what happened in Europe and in Russia. Read about the divisions that started the Bolshevik movement in Russia because they were related to Bernie, whose real name is not Sanders. He's not related to Colonel Sanders. He doesn't cook fried chicken. His real name is probably Sandusky or some conflated name, a lot more in, Russian and Polish than that. So everything about this guy is fraudulent. And you better understand what we are as Americans. We are capitalists, unapologetic. We are a Christian society. We are not a Judeo-Christian society. Israel is a Jewish society. It is not a Judeo-Christian society, even though Jesus lived there. It is a Jewish state. America was founded by Christians. And all this diatribe about secular humanism and that government was not to take its moral compass from our religious founding fathers is a lie. The first textbook in the United States public schools was the Bible. And the printing company that printed that Bible was the United States Congress. Okay? But they don't teach that in school either. So Bernie here can come with his Bolshevik bag of BS and literally assail everything America is. Donald Trump is an example of what a president was supposed to be. look out for this country, to protect and defend its borders, to see that the people's jobs are secure, that they can prosper, and that the American citizenry that pays the taxes are at the front of the line when it comes to decisions made on their behalf by their government. Bernie doesn't understand that because he's a communist gangster, and he wants to tell you where you get off and what you can be and what you can do and what race is acceptable and what race isn't. Because Bernie, when he's all alone, sings a song. Allem goyim essen dreck, doo-da, doo-da. And if I sang that to him, he'd cavell, because he would know that I know what he is.